There is a little bit of a story, between France and Japan in terms of culture and animation, because we have a super strong link. It started in the 70s. Apparently, someone from the French TV went to Japan and took like some cheap animation series in Japan and brought them to France. So in France, they changed the name, of course. It had a different name in Japan, and in France they called it Goldorak. So it has nothing to do with the Japanese name. So if you say Goldorak to a Japanese person, they will have no idea what it is. It was a huge success, and the kids went crazy over this anime. And of course, like the older people, they had no idea what they were watching, because I think we had maybe like only like Disney and things like this. And like the Japanese culture is obviously very different. And I would say that it was showing more violent things than the cartoons that the kids were watching, and it had like big robots and spaceships and stuff, so the kids were like going nuts, And that's how it started. And then after Goldorak, we've got a lot of other anime. In my case, I think I started as a kid in the early 90s, the end of the 80s, with like Dragon Ball, and we had another anime in France that was called Les Chevaliers du Zodiac, Saint Seiya, and I think it's pretty much unknown outside of France, Japan, maybe Italy or something like this, and South America, because when I talk about it, people don't really know about it. Then I discovered like the more serious things like Miyazaki, and I love all the movies from Miyazaki. I think they are all great and so deep, and you can watch them over and over and you discover new things every time. And I love that he's having like a real style, and he's speaking more or less about the same things in every movie. He really has something to say, and for me he's one of the greatest. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to watch as many anime as I wish, but I watched Your Name too. That was out maybe a few years ago. It was great. And I don't know, things like Death Note and like a few modern things that I like too. I have a really deep link to the stuff of my childhood, and a lot of people of my age in France also have this really strong connection with all this Japanese animation, because we grew up with it, and it almost became like a second culture for us. So we have like French culture, but also we grew up watching Japanese anime, playing video games and reading manga. So yeah, there are a lot of people who are very much into that as well.